In the fourth quarter, rallying the Bears from a 10-point deficit, but left too much time on the clock for Big Ben Roethlisberger, who responded with the 50th game-winning drive of his career. Chris Boswell put Pittsburgh up for good, and the Steelers beat the Bears 29-27 on Monday night. Elsewhere, Russell Wilson has been cleared to play. Wilson given the go-ahead by Dr. Steve Shin, who performed the surgery on the quarterback's middle finger a month ago. Seahawks face the Packers on Sunday. The Raiders have waived second-year cornerback Damon Arnett, a first-round pick in 2020, after a video surfaced this weekend of Arnett making death threats while brandishing firearms. Arnett, a surprise selection at number 19 out of Ohio State, played just 13 games with 7 starts since the beginning of last season. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Napa Know-How.
Right now, a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic motor oil is only $19.99. It's the hottest deal of the year for the coldest time of the year. So if you're in your car right now, there's no need to turn on the heat. I'm about to read this sizzler again. That's Napa full synthetic for a hot $19.99. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa Know-How.
Napa Know-How.
At participating locations does not include taxes and fees. Advertised sale price not available in some states. Offer ends 12/31/21.
You coming to bed, hon?
Yep, honey, I'll be right there. Just got to turn out the light. Ow. Ow.
Some things never change. Like your kids always leaving tiny toys on the floor for you to step on. And Geico saving folks lots of money on their car insurance.
Sweetie, I think I left the downstairs light on.
Please don't make me go.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXO. El Centro, California. I think somewhere along the way I mentioned it's a Tuesday, 9th day of November, 2021. I believe all the patchy fog is cleared off. And, Gene, I don't know if you were available to see the sunrise this morning.
I went outside, but I didn't focus in on the sunrise. Usually that's a thing I do, but I didn't.
Well, you should have. Magnificent sunrise this morning.
Yeah,
all sorts of reds and oranges and all sorts of things.
Did it come out of the right direction?
It did. The folks in Holtville did a great job pushing the sun up.
Yeah, that's a difficult thing. And, you know, everybody has to take their turn.
Yes.
So let's see. After Holtville, who will that be? It's hard to say.
Yes. Okay. Hey, we have birthdays today. We have our Big Shot birthdays if you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready. Big shot.
Okay, actor Robert David Hall is 73. Do you remember the men's store, Robert Hall?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Actor Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk. Lou Ferrigno is 70. And rapper Peppa of Salt and Peppa, 57. And actor Eric Dane, 49. Singer Nick Lachey of 98 Degrees, 48. Actor Emily Tyra is 34. Actor Nikki Blonsky is 33. Oh, and we do have some local birthdays as well, if you're ready.
Give us the local birthdays.
We have local birthdays. We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Bobby Allen, Gabe Levis, Carla Vargas, Oscar Rios, Donna Guinness, Letty Mendez, Martha Cruz, Shannon Johnston, Sergio Rodriguez, Francis Esparza, Matthew Solario, and Michael Cuff Jr. Happy birthday from KXO.
Now, Michael Cuff, is that the Michael Cuff?
That would be, yes, Ocotillo Terror.
Yes, I was going to say, how's the weather up there in Ocotillo?
Yes, okay. Elvis impersonator par excellence.
Oh, yeah.
He would race motocross wearing an Elvis jumpsuit.
It made me hot just watching him with that uniform on. Didn't breathe very well.
No. Well, what can I say about polyester?
Yeah, that's right. Woo.
Okay. Well, let's see. A new study out, experts say deliberately messing with our internal clock twice a year increases our risk of accident, illness, and death.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I think these are the same experts who say there's no difference between Diet Pepsi and Diet Coke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, expert, an unknown drip.
Yes. Anyway, all sorts of things going on around the Imperial Valley. You and I both stopped by Buckland Park yesterday. You went by this morning as well, didn't you?
Well, actually, no, I went by last night.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to see how the security and everything was. And
you were testing security again, kind of like a crash test dummy?
Well, I was seeing if any of those guys were still awake. They had the pop-ups up, and there were people in them, but there wasn't a lot of activity there, so they were
not yet
getting their beauty rest.
Yes. Okay. Well, most military veterans will tell you it's always hurry up and wait.
Hurry up and wait, yeah.
And every opportunity you had to catch a little bit of sleep, you did.
You hurried up and waited.
And then you'd sit down and fall asleep. Or I always carried a book. I always had a paperback in my back pocket. Got a lot of reading done.
Well, that was hard on your back.
No, a little backpack, a little paperback book.
Okay,
in my pocket.
Real,
yeah,
like what they used to call them, the blue, those small books.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were your favorite, I'm sure.
Well, the ones with lots of pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I heard you promote the moving wall, and I just want to ditto what you said. Here it is, folks, right in your own backyard. Part of history.
It is very moving. I am of the opinion, and I do have an opinion on occasion, there are many that should be on the wall that survived Vietnam and passed away much too young from injuries received in Vietnam. Terry Spear, Ed Shue, two of the guys I worked with, neither lived past 45 or so because of the wounds they sustained in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And, just give you a long list of guys and gals affected by Agent Orange.
Mm-hmm.
And they should be on the wall.
Well, we'll certainly be there this week. Starting tomorrow, it will be open, I guess is the proper terminology.
I believe they're setting it up this evening, right?
Well, they started yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The wall itself.
Yeah. I didn't go over because they had postings, and obviously they put them there for a reason, so I didn't go over. But I didn't see the actual pieces, so I'm sure this morning that's what they're doing and throughout the day.
Getting ready.
Ready.
It's open to the public starting tomorrow.
Yeah. Saw a lot of people yesterday morning that I knew that I hadn't seen in decades. So we're going to get a lot of visitors. I feel.
Okay. And I'm always reminded to the Vietnam era veterans, welcome home. And thank you for your service. Something that we never heard.
No, that's true.
Okay, we've got news. Are you ready?
I'm ready for that news. If it's coming this way, I'll grab it.
Well, I'm not sure it's going to come this way because I can't find it.
I don't hear it. It sounds pretty good, though.
I don't know what happened, but it's gone.
It is gone.
Yes. So
chased it out.
Strange things happen sometimes in the morning.
Especially in the newsroom.
Yeah. Give me a minute here. Do a quick song and a dance.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to get a example here of killing time.
Yes.
And, it's one of those things you have to do sometimes in radio is you have to kill a little time. So that's what we're doing while Carroll searches for that elusive news.
We'll start off. We've got to look at today. We've got to look at a CBS News headline brought to you by your friends at Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For sales, for service, you call the experts at Lock Air Conditioning.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
CBS News Brief. COVID cases in Vermont have jumped 51% in 2 weeks. One outbreak's been linked to Halloween parties at St. Michael's College.
I don't think it was that unexpected. I just think we were surprised to see, the rise that we saw in the amplitude of that.
The British government is mandating vaccines for all healthcare staffers who work with the public. Health Secretary Sajid Javid.
We must avoid preventable harm and protect patients in the NHS, protect colleagues in the NHS, and, of course, protect the NHS itself.
Max McClelland, an Army veteran from Georgia who forged a second career in politics, has died. CBS's Jim Krasula.
Cleland, who lost limbs in a Vietnam War hand grenade blast, served one term in the U.S. Senate as a Georgia Democrat beginning in 1996. He also served as the head of the U.S. Veterans Administration and Georgia's Secretary of State.
He was 79 and suffering congestive heart failure. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
I think we've got some California news here. Okay. The world news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today. Page one of the local news is brought to you this morning by Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Tuesday morning, a vaccination clinic for children is scheduled for today. El Centro Regional Medical Center will offer the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine for children 5 to 11 years of age at the El Centro Regional Medical Center location inside the Imperial Valley Mall from 5 p.m. till 6:30 p.m. The vaccine will be available by appointment only. To schedule an appointment, call 760-482-5000 and hit selection option number 1. One parent must be present with the child. Well, the power went out in the north end. It happened as residents slept for 20 minutes or so. That was at 2 o'clock in the morning on Monday in Calipatria. 1,521 customers were without power for less than 20 minutes. IID crews restored power to the area around 20 after. Around the same time, power went out in Brawley. Over 5,000 customers were affected in that outage. Power was restored, but reportedly went out again minutes later. There has been no report on the progress of the restoration of power in Brawley. The cause of the outage, it has not been released. KXO News Time, 7:42.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires sold at Quick Lane, guaranteed. Just ask your Quick Lane service advisor. Now we're talking the best brands available: Michelin, Continental, Pirelli, Dunlap, Kelly, Bridgestone, and more. And we're talking the best price. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 in Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro.
In other local news, the IID will hold a special board meeting We have Eli Drew here with more on this story.
Special Imperial Irrigation District Board of Directors meeting will be held today. It is a special meeting because the IID did not have a regular meeting scheduled for this week. During the meeting, the board will consider a budget amendment to the fuel and power purchase. Other action items are service agreement and major work authorizations. They will hear a report on energy cost adjustment billing factors for December. They will receive an update on the Farm Smart program. They will hear a request for Farm Bureau total maximum daily load program funding, and they will hear a report on 2022 on-farm efficiency conservation program parameters. The board convenes into public session at 1 p.m. this afternoon. The meeting is available via live stream, available on the IID website.
And that's Eli Moreno-Drew. In other news, Small Business Expo, a combined effort, will be held today. The Imperial Valley Small Business Development Center is partnering with the City of Calexico and the Imperial Valley Regional Chamber of Commerce to host the Small Business Expo. It will be a networking event dedicated to Imperial Valley's small business community. The expo will begin at 5:30 p.m. This afternoon. It will be held inside the Calexico City Hall. There will be a short program, networking, and other activities. The event is open to the public and is free of charge. Contact the Imperial Valley Small Business Development Center for more information. That concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for page 2.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
At Burgers and Beer, we want you to be happy, live happy, work happy. Most of all, we want you to celebrate whatever makes you happy at Burgers and Beer. Bring your friends, bring your family, and let's make time for a good time. All the drinks, all the food, and great service too. Everything you need is right here at Burgers and Beer. Burgers and Beer, the best burgers in town.
Page 2 of the local news and weather, brought to you this morning by David H. West Insurance Services. You can see David, you can see Jose, you can get answers to your questions about Medicare supplemental coverage and health insurance. David H. West Insurance Services.
Continuing with more local news, a slight increase in COVID. Here's more on that story.
Slight increase in COVID update. It is a partial update. A complete update from the County Public Health Department is expected later today. According to the current numbers, there are currently 34 COVID positive patients hospitalized in Imperial County. 9 of those are in intensive care. COVID vaccines are still strongly encouraged as they are considered the best tool available to combat the pandemic. The total number of COVID vaccines administered in Imperial County are now at 280,000. To find out where vaccines are available, go to vaccinefinder.com.
In other local news, the Board of Supervisors will meet today. It's their regular weekly meeting. This week they face a shorter action agenda. The board is expected to adopt a resolution honoring Aurora Martinez Magana for her 102nd birthday, an action carried over from a previous meeting. The board will also be asked to accept the results of the canvassing for the September 14th governor recall election. The public session begins at 10 a.m. This morning. The meeting is held at the County Administration Building on Main Street in El Centro. And it's Cattle Call Week, the annual event. Here's more on that story.
Annual Cattle Call Week. It got underway Saturday with the chili cook-off. It will lead right into this weekend. Mariachi night is Wednesday night. The Cattle Call Parade with the theme "The Cowboys Are Back in Town" is this Saturday, followed by the first of 2 rodeo performances at the Cattle Call Arena. A third rodeo performance at the arena will be held Sunday. Go to the Cattle Call Rodeo website for ticket information.
And we'll be back with a look at the weather.
Have you received notice that your Medicare health plan is changing or going away? Are you turning 65 soon, or are you newly eligible to Medicare and have questions about your Medicare options? Then give David or Jose a call at David H. West Insurance to learn about the ABCs of Medicare. Don't delay. Call David H. West Insurance Services now at 760-352-3411. That's 760-352-3411. That's David H. West Insurance.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says a quick-moving weak disturbance will bring slightly cooler temperatures today through midweek. Temperatures will warm back up to several degrees above normal by the end of the week as strong high pressure builds along the U.S. West Coast. Breezy conditions are expected Thursday, especially near the lower Colorado River Valley. No precipitation is in the forecast through at least the next week. 84, our high yesterday, 52 the low. Sunny today with a high near 85. Light and variable wind becoming west-northwest 5 to 10 miles an hour this afternoon. Tonight will be mostly clear with a low around 58. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour becoming south-southwest after midnight. Wednesday, sunny with a high near 85, west-northwest wind around 5 miles an hour, becoming north in the afternoon. And right now downtown, we have 63 degrees. Air quality, good. Brawley, El Centro, Nyland, Westmoreland. Moderate at the University in Mexicali. Unhealthy for sensitive groups in Calexico and right at the border. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. Did you know that every intersection is a crosswalk, even if it's not marked? Remember to look for people walking or biking when you're behind the wheel. Learn more at imperialctc.org and help shape the Imperial County Active Transportation Plan. It's sports time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Monday Night Football, rumbling, stumbling, bumbling, the Steelers. Yeah, well, they won. They beat the Bears 29-27. The Bears pulled ahead with 2 minutes to play, but 2 minutes is too much to give to Big Ben. And Roethlisberger moved the Steelers downfield for the game-winning field goal. NBA action. Well, the Lakers won. Lakers beat the Hornets 126-123 in overtime. The Lakers are so old, they can't stand too many overtime games. The Knicks beat the 76ers 103-96. Bulls beat the Nets 118-95. Grizzlies, they beat the Timberwolves 125-118. Mavericks 108, Pelicans 92. Nuggets over the Heat 113-96. Wizards, the Warriors 127, the Hawks 113. The Suns topped the Kings 109-104. Meanwhile, the Milwaukee Bucks became the first NBA team to visit the White House in almost 5 years yesterday when they were honored for winning the 2021 NBA title. They said they were excited to restart what had previously been an annual tradition.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneers services, visit pmhd.org today.
And in other news, the Las Vegas Raiders have waived second-year cornerback Damon Arnett, a first-round pick in 2020. Yeah, a sketchy first-round pick. It seems video surfaced with Arnett making death threats while brandishing firearms. Arnett had been on injured reserve since October 9th. He's also facing lawsuits stemming from a Las Vegas car accident last October. Very painful decision, said Raiders general manager Mike Mayock in a conference call. We spent significant time, effort, and resources trying to help him in all aspects of his life. Meanwhile, Bears linebacker Cassius Marsh accused official Tony Corrente of hip-checking him moments before Corrente flagged Marsh for taunting in the fourth quarter of the Bears' loss to the Steelers Monday night. On my way to the sideline, I got hip-checked by the ref, said Marsh. Oh, speaking of football, CIF football playoffs continue. Friday night, the number 1 seed, Palo Verde Valley Yellow Jackets host the Crawford Colts in Division 5 action. And Calexico will meet the number 3 seed in Division 5, the Holtville Vikings in the Carrot Capital. We will have that game on KXORadio.com. It'll be live on the web with Mickey Dale, George Grijalva. In Division 3 action, the Brawley Wildcats hit the road. They meet the Santa Fe Christian Eagles in San Diego. And the Central Spartans are on a road tour. They will end up at Scripps Ranch to take on the Falcons. And we'll have that game on the KXO YouTube channel. John Dreffel and I also with the game live on KXO AM 1230. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. It's the Peanut Patch, the perfect place for holiday gifting. Well, you know, the holidays are just around the corner. Well, Thanksgiving and then Christmas. And of course, you've got to plan early. So I would suggest the Peanut Patch in Yuma. They've got a great variety of gift packs which can be shipped to your friends and loved ones all over the world. The Peanut Patch in Yuma, open Monday through Saturday. Visit the store. You'll find homemade chocolates. You'll find fresh English toffee, pecan turtles, so many delicious things, and they're all giftable. That's right, the Peanut Patch. Now, how do you get to the Peanut Patch? If you're driving from the Imperial Valley, head east. Take the Avenue 3E exit from Interstate 8, turn right past MCAS until you come to East County 13th Street. Turn left and go about a mile and a half. You'll find the Peanut Patch, and you will find the perfect place for holiday gifting. Financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. General Electric, the industrial conglomerate founded by Thomas Edison in 1892, is breaking up. GE announced Plan A to split into 3 separate companies. They will become separate publicly traded companies for its aviation, health care, and energy businesses, the company said. It hopes to spin off the healthcare business to shareholders in early 2023, and that the separation of its renewable energy and power business will occur in early 2024. Shares of GE surged as much as 17% in pre-market trading on the news before retreating a bit. And in other news, a federal judge Monday ruled United Airlines can impose a COVID-19 vaccine mandate on its employees that only provides unpaid leave for workers who are exempted for medical or religious reasons. U.S. District Judge Mark Pittman in Fort Worth rejected arguments that the airline was improperly putting them in an impossible position by forcing them to choose a vaccine or unpaid leave. Pittman was critical of United Airlines toward employees seeking religious exemptions, but said in the end, human resources policy was up to the company and no employee was forced to accept the vaccine. So where are we on the market? Well, we can look at the big board right now and see a lot of red. The Dow down 153, 36, 729. The S&P 500 at 4684. That's off 17 points. The NASDAQ at 15,908, down 74 points. Gold off $2 an ounce. Oil, yeah, you got it. Oil is up 80 cents a barrel.
Southwest Security Company is a locally owned security company protecting your property or your business, and now offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Plus, they added Southwest Postal with post office boxes you can access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with shipping services too, using DHL, UPS, and FedEx. They're conveniently located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro, and if you need something notarized, they can do that too. You can count on Southwest Security and Southwest Postal for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
It will be mostly sunny today with a high near 85, light and variable wind becoming west-northwest 5 to 10 miles an hour this afternoon. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 58. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour becoming south-southwest after midnight. Wednesday, sunny with a high near 85. West-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour becoming north tomorrow afternoon. We have 63 degrees, 66% relative humidity. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 56 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
CBS News brought to you by Julie Oliver with Dickey Insurance Services, your Imperial Valley Allstate agent.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Eggland's Best.
I'm Steve Kafin. The FBI is part of the investigation into the deadly Houston concert crush, and there are calls for an independent panel to look into it. CBS's Lilia Luciano says rapper Travis Scott is named in the dozens of lawsuits that have been filed by families of the dead and injured.
He announced that he will be covering the funeral expenses of the victims and that he's partnering with a company to provide free therapy to the people who went to the concert and are in need as Houston continues to cope with this tragedy.
UN panel at the climate summit in Scotland reports global warming has affected women disproportionately. And CBS's Cara Cordy says pregnant women are impacted by extreme heat and pollution.
These climate-related risks are just exacerbating a pre-existing maternal health crisis in this country. The average American woman today is twice as likely to die from pregnancy complications than our mothers were a generation ago. And Black and Indigenous women are another 2 to 3 times more likely to die.
For the first time in nearly a century, people will be allowed to place flowers at the tomb of the unknown soldier. Karen Durham Aguilera is executive director of National Cemetery.
This is the first time in 96 years that visitors have been allowed to approach the tomb. The next 2 days will truly be historic and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
The site is marking its 100th anniversary on Thursday. After a COVID outbreak blamed on Halloween parties, more than 70 students testing positive. World Health Organization warning today of a shortfall of syringes in 2022, something that could slow efforts in countries where vaccinations have lagged. Big changes are coming for an iconic American company, General Electric. CBS's Jim Krasula.
The company says it will spin off its healthcare business in early 2023, and its energy segment, which includes its renewable energy, power, and digital businesses, in early 2024. GE will maintain a 20% stake in the healthcare unit.
The former Georgia Senator Max Cleland has died at 79, and aide says it was congestive heart failure. Cleland lost 3 limbs to a grenade blast in the Vietnam War. He also served as administrator of the Veterans Administration. Actor Dean Stockwell has died. Married to the Mob got him an Oscar nomination. Quantum Leap was one of his memorable TV jobs.
What's happening, Gushy? He's leaping! He can't leap. We're not ready.
Dean Stockwell was 85 years old. Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 151 points. This is CBS News.
Eggland's Best. The only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Because the way you care is anything but ordinary. Only Eggland's Best.
I'm one of thousands of women with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body.
I'm living in the moment and taking Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy.
Be in your moment. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com.
Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
A new analysis looks at bedtime and health.
Fluff that pillow, set that alarm, and close your eyes. At the best time to do that, British researchers say people who hit the sack between 10 and 11 p.m. have a lower risk of heart attacks and strokes. Of 88,000 people studied over about 6 years, about 3,000 went on to develop cardiovascular disease. Most went to bed either before 10 or after 11. The unhealthiest bedtime? After midnight. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
Wildlife officials say political appointees in the Trump administration relied on faulty science to justify stripping habitat protections for the imperiled northern spotted owl. Fish and Wildlife Service struck down a rule that would have opened millions of acres of forest in Oregon, Washington, and California to potential logging. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
CBS News brought to you by Julie Oliver with Tiki Insurance Services, your Imperial Valley Allstate agent for home insurance, life insurance, or auto insurance. Call Julie today.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
I turn it on in the morning and I leave it on all day.
AM 1230.
My music station.
KXO.
1230.